The action has got bigger, better, and more entertaining with every passing minute as the RFDL has entered its business stage. Two teams have already booked themselves a berth in the National Championship round. Jamshedpur FC and FC Goa are through to next round of the competition. Group B, it's going to be a deciding day. Who makes it through to the next phase of the competition? But first up, at 8 a.m., two teams dwelling at the bottom of the table, Mumbai City FC and Sreenidi Deccan Football Club, will lock horns for one final time in this competition. They haven't had the greatest of runs in this phase of the RFDL this year. Mumbai City FC yet to win a game. And Sreenidi Deccan Football Club have blown hot and cold, currently on the 5th spot in the points table. One victory, one draw, and 2 defeats is what they have managed. But it's all to play for in terms of the pride. Two top sides will go head to head. Now come the pairs, Mumbai City FC in their sky blue, Sreenidi Deccan in their orange.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता जय है जय है जय है जय 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 है.
Right, the final day of the national group stage, coming to you live from the Reliance Corporate Park here in Navi Mumbai. This is Junaid Ahmed and I'll be calling the first game of the morning. Mumbai City FC versus Sreenidi Deccan Football Club. Refereeing contingent had some fantastic games. Final photo ops before the all-important kickoff. Refereeing contingent is being led by Sahil Prakash. Marimuthu Pillai is the assistant alongside Rishikesh Rangarao Misale. And Atul Sudham More is the fourth official for this fixture. Two captains, Ahan Prakash, Jay Singson. I want to make sure they start on a very good note here, Mumbai City FC. The defense has been a bit questionable right throughout the competition. And this is how Mumbai City FC start this fixture. Ahan Prakash, the captain, starts in between the sticks. Mihir Mohite, Harsh, Nikhil, Mohammad Kaif, Mohammad Mansoori, Shubhajit, Belil, Franklin, Supramit Das, Ayush Chikara, Gyamar Nikum. And those starting out as subs, Stainer, Sheikh Adil, Mangthilal, Shyam Desai, Pervesh Shah, Yash Bisht, Regan Pereira, Narsimha Valmiki, and Agastya. And Mohan Suresh Taj is the coach of this side from Mumbai. playing on their own backyard. Would expect a much better performance in their last game. And for Sreenidi Deccan, under the chaperonage of Alvaro Mota, Jay Singson, Adil Faisal, Lal Biakliana, Hebu Klum, Lal Songzwala, Rosangzwala, Jaidev Sharma, Khan, Krish, Hangzo, and Stephen. And those starting out as subs on the bench: Alok Nishad, Aryan, Lal Famkima, Naveen, Kipjan, Kondra, Johnson, Levis, and Manoj Kumar. They've conceded as many as 45 goals in the 19 games they've featured in so far in this competition. Mumbai City FC, 8 in the regional qualifiers, 27 in the zonal qualifiers, zonal group stage.
Second ball. आजा 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 मैन देख तू ले इसको आगे सैंडविच जा फिर जा छोड़ना नहीं सेकंड बॉल काम डाउन rotate Frankie move the ball Kara move फोर पे चलता है आगे देख भाई निकल कमेंट ना करो easy nice one fuck Be careful. Commit मत कर.
Yeah. And trying to find a long ball forward. Conceded quite a few right throughout the competition. The team from Mumbai. And that's going to be the first free kick of the morning. They've conceded 10 times in the national group stage and scored only 1 on the flip side. In the last game of the competition, they would want to make sure they play for pride and get those all-important 3 points. They've played 4, lost 4. Sreenidi Deccan have managed to sandwich a win between a couple of losses and a draw. Currently on 4 points, and they would definitely want to better their standings in the points table in Group B. 2 teams have already made it through from Group A, Jamshedpur FC and FC Goa, on the very last day of the group. Currently, as we stand, Classic Football Academy are right on top, followed by Mohan Bagan. Here's Sreenidi Deccan trying to play out from the back. And goes airborne. And takes a touch. And goes behind. Controlling right in the middle of the park. Here's Hangzhou. Here's Mumbai City FC and trying to bring it forward. Has been pushed to go back. Here's Mihir Mohite. There's been 3 changes into the starting 11 for Mumbai City FC compared to the game they played against Classic Football Academy. Mihir Arsh and Kef have been slotted in. Parvez Syam Desai and Omkar sit out. Omkar is not even featuring in the squad. And Sreenidi Deccan are unchanged as they bring forward this time and still have the ball. Has got an option waiting inside the box. Still looking for that breakthrough. Goalkeeper makes sure he gets a good grab of it. Mohan Prakash, the skipper. Here's Mahir. And Blokram, the man towards the left flank for Sreenidi Deccan. A lot of space ahead of him. There's no press from Sreenidi Deccan. And the ball escapes everybody and goes directly towards Adil Fazil. The only team perhaps without a clean sheet in the national group stage, Mumbai City FC. It's been flagged offside. We've taken a start there even before the ball was released. It was a nicely weighted ball. Here's Franklin. Shubhajit. Outnumbered. And still have the ball. Play on, says the ref. Here's Sreenidi Deccan. That's a brilliantly threaded ball. Can he try and go all the way through? Here comes Sreenidi Deccan. And some brilliant defensive work. Mumbai City FC are showing early signs of what this game means to them. Here's Mihir, who looks up, pushes it down the line. And Jafar Altaf couldn't quite keep the ball from going out. And scorer of the only goal in the national group stage for Mumbai City FC, Mohammad Jafar Altaf. Along with Kyamar Nikam and Ayush Shikara. Jafar would want to make sure he adds something to his tally. On top of the regional qualifiers, Sreenidi Deccan played 5, won 3 games, 1 draw, 1 defeat. Qualified alongside Kickstart FC and Root FA from the region. From the Kerala South region, finished 3rd in the table. 3 victories, 5 draws and 2 defeats. Have blown hot and cold right throughout the campaign. Here's Sreenidi Deccan trying to bring it forward. Pushes it towards Rosangswala. 1-on-1 against Mohite. Stephen Rosangswala contemplating the throw-in. 8 minutes into the game. Deadlock yet to be broken. Alvaro Mota, the Portuguese national, the head coach of this side from Hyderabad. Back with Rosangzwala. And Stephen is being forced to push back. Playing those nice crisp passes. Rosangzwala was trying to hold it back there. And gets a deft touch to moving forward. Here's Mumbai City FC. Can they try and be swift on their transitions? Again, there's not enough press coming in from Sreenidi Deccan. Has allowed a bit of time and space on the ball for the back line. Again, that pressure gets dispossessed. Here's Mumbai City. And Franklin has dropped deep to try and be that link up between the defense and the midfield. Pushes it wide into those spaces. I'm not quite sure if that was the right strategy. Here comes Sreenidi Deccan. Here's Mumbai City FC again. Trying to build out from the back. And Franklin trying to pick out a pass. Forward pressing, full back. Gets it into the center. And trying to lift it over. And advancing orange shirt there. A measured, controlled start in the first 12 minutes of the game. Not enough chances created. Sreenidi Deccan had the best moment so far. He's trying to close down from behind. Here's Ayush Shikara. Sliding tackle to get that disruption. There's Sreenidi. Sajan Khan finds Jaydev Sharma. Here's Jaydev Sharma. They've got quite a few goal scorers in their ranks. Lal Fakima scored 4 in the regional qualifiers, 4 in the zonal group stage. Lal Baklina as well. They've got the numbers, haven't scored when it mattered the most. And started their campaign in the national group stage with a draw against Dempo. Went down to Classic Football Academy in a humdinger of a contest. In the last 10 minutes, as many as 3 goals that went in. Then the follow-up game against Mohan Bagan Super Giants, lost by 2-0. Rosangzwala's effort that got them over the line against Muthu Refe. Can they repeat that performance once again? Nine clean sheets from the 19 games so far. Can they get to a double digit in their very last game? Is Mumbai City, and this time inviting a bit of a high press. And again, their preferred route of operation going from the left channel. They haven't been allowed the time to turn and bring it forward. Obviating that preferred route, shifted towards the right. And again, that pressure gets the ball towards Sreenidi Deccan. The final ball letting them down. Almost towards the end of the first quarter, in the first half. Here's Mumbai City enjoying more of the possession. There hasn't been one good opportunity created in the final third. And they try and find Ayush Shikara on a consistent basis. Goes down. And goal kick signal by the ref. Number 28, Ayush Shikara, with 8 ISL appearances this season for the first team. One of the two under 23 players that Mumbai has slotted in the playing 11 alongside Subhajit. You would expect them to come stronger in this fixture. Get them those 3 crucial points. Playing on their home soil, expect much better. Here they come forward. Was lofted into those open spaces. And Jafar Altaf was giving it a chase. And Sergeant Khan holds him off really well. Back with Sergeant once again. Was pushing forward. Here comes Sergeant. Was looking for options. He pushes it forward. Rosanzwala with this throw in. Back with Rosanzwala trying to link up. Pushes ahead. Gets dispossessed. Here's Mumbai City. Right in the middle of the park. Franklin pushes it back towards Nikhil. Here's Arsh. And Franklin again trying to be that link. Still in possession of the ball, Mumbai City. And playing a deep line to try and build out from the back. Carry is the call. There's hardly any press coming in from Sreenidi Deccan. Gets dispossessed right in the middle of the park. Here's Mumbai City. Eventually got it back. But a late challenge on a sky blue shirt as a conceded free kick. And who's it going to be behind this one? Is it going to be Lifted over. Brought down. And held up comfortably in the end. Supratim Das, the man with the free kick. Here's Adil Fazal starting out from the back once again. Managed 4 clean sheets, Adil, along with Alok Nishad. Again, Roshan Zwala trying his best to get it out of that clutter. Here's Mumbai City FC. Here's Ayush. Takes a strike from outside the box. Couldn't quite wrap his laces behind that one. An easy collection for Faisal. Raj Sangzwala. Sky blue shirts are lurking for a loose ball. Here's Sreenidi. And threads one through and finds a man right behind it. Here's Sreenidi. One-on-one into those open spaces. Outnumbered now. And again pushed back. It's been a good start by Mumbai City FC. They haven't created opportunities, but defensively, because that has been a very big question right throughout the campaign. Does well to nick it, but has drawn a whistle out of the ref. Being guilty of conceding goals left, right, and centre, but on the very final day of the Group B, the national group stage rather, has been a much more disciplined performance. For those of you who are tuning in, this is a game between the two teams dwelling at the bottom of the table. Sreenidi Deccan at the 5th spot in the standings, up against Mumbai City FC right at the bottom. A Group B fixture on the very final day of the national group stage here at the RFDL. As always, we've got 3 games. 5th versus 6th at 8 a.m., which has got underway. And 2 teams right in contention in the middle of the table. Dempo and Muthoot Football Academy will go next at 4 p.m. with every possible chance, provided the last game's result go their way. And can they try and make that telling difference to the standings? And at 7 p.m, there's a top of the table clash between Classic Football Academy and Mohan Bagan Supergiant. Both teams on 9 points, separated by goal difference of just 1. There's hardly anything to separate between them. Some top-notch players in their ranks. And Sreenidi Deccan. And sweeps it out, but fortuitously the ball finds an orange shirt, and the whistle goes up. So half of the first half has been done and dusted. The scoreline still reads 0-0. One decent chance falling Sreenidi Deccan's way. Pushes down the line to try and thread one through. Adil Fazal gets it right over the top. Again in possession. The back 4 converts into a back 2 with 2 forward pressing full-backs. Centre-backs have shifted wide to try and build out from the back. Franklin has dropped in deep to try and get that link up. And this time was under a bit of pressure. Again, gets a bit of an interference. Here's Mumbai City FC trying to push forward. Gets it inside the box. Again, sends it out wide. It's going to be a corner, first of the first half for Mumbai City FC. Gets it outside the penalty area. Here's Mihir, who lifts one inside. There's a collision, and that brings out the whistle. And trying to push it forward. Here's Sreenidi, lifts it over, still giving it a chase. Has got an option arriving inside now. Has been pushed wide of the target. Still with Sreenidi Deccan. And Mumbai City FC finally have got hold of the ball. Here's Mumbai City FC showing some sense of urgency. Here's Jafar Altaf, wide on the right. Rosangzwala, one-on-one in that corner. And swift passes as they push forward once again. Keeps it nice and low, wide on the left, one-on-one. Here's Zahan Prakash. Looking for a better option to try and build up from the back. Shift in the pressing formation now. You can see more of Sreenidi Deccan players inside the final third. As always, Franklin drops in deep. Got the fullbacks in much more advancing positions to try and help out the flanks. This is a shift towards the left side. Can they try and get it one inside the box? They've got an option waiting. Here's Mumbai City FC. And again, that final ball denying them an opportunity for an attack or take a shot at the target. It's Mihir. Gets dispossessed. Sreenidi in the middle of the park. Pushes it towards Lal Songzwala. Gets dispossessed. In a misplaced pass, Sreenidi finds the ball. We've got a pretty solid back four there. haven't allowed any sniff for Mumbai City. They've got the experience of Ayush Shikara, who's playing a bit central. Has got Jafar, who's playing wide on the right. But so far, they haven't received the kind of services they would have ideally liked in the final third. Here comes Sreenidi Deccan. Most half hour has been played out here at the Reliance Corporate Park. Nothing tangible from both these sides so far. Asking him to carry the ball. Mohammad Kaif goes back towards Nikhil. Back with Kaif, who looks up. Belted through the center. Here's Himboklang for Lal Song Rosangzwala. Back with Embo. Here's Sajan Khan, who finds Hangzhou. He's carrying it forward. Again, no pressure on Hangzhou as he tries to pick out a pass. Finds a player further forward. Again, a heavy first touch. The ball finds Sreenidi Deccan again in their own half. Rosangzwala. Get it out of that clutter and finds Mohit. And there you heard it from the touchline. They want the ball to be carried forward. There's hardly been any press on Mumbai City FC when they carry the ball from those channels. Here's Franklin. Finds, lofts it over! That's the first one! Mumbai City FC have broken the deadlock. Scooped over the keeper. And the ball nestles across and finds his destined spot. And just after the half-hour mark, the team from Mumbai have done it. And that's going to be a drinks break. Still got a lot of time left in the first half. They've been resilient right throughout those 32 minutes. It's been a good performance. And there you have a look at it. It was picked up by Nikhil. Harsh. Franklin being the provider and lifted over by Supratim Das. The second goal scorer in the 5 games Mumbai City FC have played in the national group stage. Jafar Altaf being the first. Will we have a swift response coming in from Sreenidi Deccan? Got a lot of firepower. Lalbia Klima. Lal Fakima, who's sitting out on the bench, will definitely be involved at some stage. Here's Sreenidi. Will show some sort of urgency to try and push it on the other side of the pitch. They've looked threatening when they get on the ball, but have been held in their tracks more often than not. Here's Nikhil for Kiev. It's been a very good partnership so far. They haven't been tested yet. Then, in terms of the ball distribution, Kiev has carried it forward. He's tried to link up brilliantly with Franklin, who's dropped in deep to try and get that connection. And given away. Takes a bit of a spin there. Still has the ball, Sreenidi. Here's Jaydev Sharma. Pushes it wide. And goes out for a throw-in. Haven't got enough touches in the opposition. Final third, Sreenidi. And that is one of the areas of concern. One decent chance created by Mumbai City FC. And they have got a goal to show. Still got 10 minutes plus the stoppages to follow. Sreenidi Deccan would want to make sure they get that goal back and get this game back to parity. Of course, Sargent, Kibjan, a lot of goal scorers. Is Lewis, who's going to be the man on the day, and takes it, turns, marches forward and spreads it towards the right. I've got a couple of options waiting inside the penalty area. He takes the first touch, drills it, but straight at the goalkeeper. That was the moment. It was a very good chance. It was a perfectly inviting ball. Himboklang, a couple of feet towards the left or right of the keeper, would have made things really interesting. Gets dispossessed. He's under pressure there. Played on the advantage. Lifts it over. Here comes Sreenidi Deccan. Takes the strike. And goes sideways. That was pretty swift. They nicked off the ball in the final third. And then marched forward. Try and put the goalkeeper under some sort of pressure. Got the shot away, but the angle was definitely going to be tight from there on. And this time, a high press from Sreenidi. Taking it out of that space. Here's Kef now. Again, carrying the ball forward. Provides a precise ball towards Mihir, who's continued with the run. Gets the cross in. Finds it. Sreenidi Deccan backline. Under pressure from Mihir. And that's going to be in favor of Sreenidi Deccan. Can they try and find one decent delivery? And straight into the hands of the keeper. They have to try and test the back line out. There's a lofted ball towards the back post and an easy collection. There's Mumbai City FC through KF. Here's Franklin, as always, has tried to help out the back line. Trying a swift link up between Jaffer and Franklin. And sets a press from wide on the left and swept out by the back line. Is Krish Bujel this time. Takes it from way out and goes well over. It's been a very decent performance from Mumbai City FC right on the bottom. And to come out when put a fight, be solid in defense, and when the moment arrived, Supratim Das, a lofted effort over the keeper. They've got their noses in front. And trying to pick out a pass wide on the left and finds Rosangswala. Well dealt in the end by the defense. We haven't seen enough threat from Sreenidi so far. Push from the back. Here comes Sreenidi and squares it up. And there comes the game back into parity. Perfectly struck towards the left of the keeper into the bottom corner. And just the kind of response you would have wanted. Inside the first set of 45, Sreenidi Deccan are back in it. Lalbek Liana gets on the score sheet. That's his 9th of the campaign. And that's what the good teams do. They wait for the moment to arrive. They've tried a couple of runs towards the left flank. A beautiful link up. It was a perfectly squared ball, invitingly placed. Here's Sreenidi Deccan. Pushes towards Rosenzwala. One-on-one against Mohit. Gets dispossessed again and goes behind. And again trying to play out from the back or Mumbai City FC. Here's the Kev. Can sense the moment now. Sreenidi Deccan. Can see that press. Gets it out of the first line of defense. And 45 minutes have been played out. And how many will be added as stoppages? Here's Mbok. Rosenzwala goes towards the right. Pretty measured with the build-up, pretty patient. 2 minutes have been added on, 30 seconds have been played out. Again, taking their time. They waited for their moment. And again, those passing in their own half, trying to find the perfect ball to try and take that first line of press of Sreenidi Deccan. It was a loose ball. Unfortuitously, it finds a Mumbai City FC player. And lost it over the back line. And Rosenzwala. And there goes the half-time whistle. After a very good start defensively, Mumbai City FC got themselves a lead through Supratim Das. And that was cancelled out rather, by a brilliant effort from Lal Biakliana, who put it perfectly towards the left of the keeper to find the back of the net. The game hangs in balance after the end of the first set of 45. Mumbai City FC 1, Sreenidi Deccan Football Club 1. The last game for these two sides, Mumbai City FC and Sreenidi Deccan, in the 5th and 6th spot in the points table. It hasn't been the brightest of the national group stage for both these sides. Mumbai City FC yet to register their first win in this phase of the competition. And Sreenidi Deccan has managed one victory, a couple of losses, and one draw. Lock in horns for one final time. It was a very good defensive performance considering the number of goals they've scored, they've rather conceded. Mumbai City FC held Sreenidi Deccan at bay. That was the first chance falling Ayush Chikara's way. I couldn't quite wrap his laces behind that one. He's been there right at the right spot at the right time. It's just the finishing that has lacked at times. They've come close a couple of times, especially in the last quarter of the first half. There have been some crosses coming in from the right flank. And then this was the moment. It was perfectly placed into the bottom corner. And this is how the halftime stats look like. Even Stevens in terms of the ball possession. 3 chances created with 2 landing on target for Mumbai City FC. 6 chances with 4 attempts on target, resulting in 1 goal for Sreenidi Deccan. 3 tackles for Mumbai City FC, 5 for Sreenidi. 1 corner to the team from Mumbai, and 1 offside flag was raised against the team from Hyderabad. It's a perfect setting for an enthralling set of 45 minutes that are about to unleash here at the Reliance Corporate Park on the other side of this short break. Do stay with us. Welcome back to all the viewers tuning in. It's been an action-packed morning. Mumbai City FC up against Sreenidi Deccan Football Club live from the Reliance Corporate Park here in Navi Mumbai. This is match day 10. Right into the business stage of the competition for a spot in and off we go for the second set of 45. Mumbai City FC took an early lead and that was cancelled out by Sreenidi Deccan. Can they come forward again? It rolls behind for a goal kick. Just took one brilliant moment for Lal Bhattiyana to get themselves back into the competition, back into the contest rather. Again lofted inside the box, headed out. Here's Sreenidi Deccan again. And there goes the whistle. I want to make sure they start the second half on a very good note here. Both these sides getting a goal apiece in the first set of 45. Here's Jaydev Sharma pushing it back towards Hangzhou. And again, not quite sure what the intent was. Wanted to go and push it down the line. Ends up conceding the possession away. Here's Mumbai City FC. When in possession, have more often than not. It's the back two. This time trying to strengthen that back line. We've got four. Here's Mumbai City FC now. Much advancing possession. Gets dispossessed. Here's Sreenidi. And still has it. Trying to push it forward. Goes in full spin. No space to move forward. Gone lateral. Laswangzwala is pushed to go back. Here's Sreenidi looking for the right option. Again, the intent was right up there. Krish was the man who was the eventual target. Here's Nikhil Shinde. Goes sideways and finds Harsh. Back with Nikhil. He's trying to carry the ball forward. Trying to link up with Franklin now. Chips it towards the far right. Draws in an interception. It's been a busy game. Definitely not in terms of the number of goals scored by any stretch of imagination. It's been more of a controlled performance from both these sides up until this point. Here's Sreenidi once again. Got a bit dangerous inside their own half. Nicked away by Mumbai City. Finds Ayush, strikes first time, goes just over the target. That was absolutely marvelous from Mumbai City FC. That was ferociously struck. Except the direction, everything was pitch perfect on that occasion. Invitingly placed right in his path, and he gave it absolutely everything. Lob. Again, trying that link up from the center of the park there. Playing a narrow back four. Now in possession, have spread out. Trying to pick out a pass. Just before Ayush could get to the end of it, was nicked away by Sreenidi. Well and truly in control of the ball now. And again invites a press. Here comes Sreenidi. That first touch letting him down. Again that press from Sreenidi. Takes it towards the right and then a disguised pass towards the left. He's found his way through now. Here's Ayush. Goes round the keeper. Still Ayush. And that has been given as a free kick. That was a glorious moment in the game for Mumbai City FC. To get that lead back. Probably in the hindsight, you might think that he got a touch too many on that occasion. Ayush Shikara brings in a wealth of experience, 22 years old. 8 ISL appearances for the first team. One of the 223 players who have been slaughtered in the playing 11 for Mumbai City FC. Again, being patient with their build-up. Sreenidi. There you have it, shadowing every player Sreenidi has in that corner. Been very organized defensively in this game, Mumbai City FC. And pushed forward. Changing the flank. Here's Krish. And trying to pick out a pass with a straight ball. Couldn't quite get it past the back line there. And Sajjan Khan does the cleanup job. Here's Sreenidi. Trying to find an option through the middle of the park. Gets dispossessed. Mumbai City FC are looking promising. Again, outnumbered right in the middle. The ball finds Ayush. Takes a decent touch. Goes wide of the target. Strikes! And straight at the goalkeeper. They're getting their moments on a consistent basis now. They've drawn the defense out and strikes it right at the target. Have to try and cut down those passes and through the back line, which Mumbai City FC have found a way through. And it's all about the precision with those strikes, because Ayush has found himself on the ball, is trying to stamp his authority in the first quarter of the second half. Here's Nikhil, finds Mohammad Kaif, leaves it, continues with his movement towards the touchline. Here's Mumbai City FC, again threads it through, finds an option towards the left in Gyamar Nikum, but he was starting from an offside position there. Here's Jaydev Sharma. Nikum gets it back. Gets it inside the penalty area. Squares it up. He tried to take it on the turn there. Just a sniff of interference from behind on Ayush Shikara. He did well to let it roll through his body just before he could find and get to the end of it. A bit of disturbance letting him down. Keep the ball as a shout. Here's Hangzhou for Sajjan Khan. Here's Sajjan carrying it forward. Here's Sreenidi towards the left. Still hustling. Goes out of the play for a throw-in. Let's put in a proper shift. Rosingswala in the first half. He's trying to lift it over. Here's Sreenidi. Slots it down the line. Lets it roll through. The keeper gets to the end of it first. Read that beautifully. They thought they were in with a chance there. Sreenidi Deccan. And rolls it arms over for a quick start to the build-up. Here's Nikum marching forward. Still Nikum. Goes lateral and finds a man towards the left. Gets it inside the penalty area. Ayush with the header and goes wide of the target. Has found the knack of getting on the ball on a consistent basis with the start of the second half. Ayush Shikara not finding the target. He's got the clear height advantage against the centre backs there. It's going to be a corner for Mumbai City FC. Was it going to be? Gets it out. Try to get further out. The ball finds Mumbai City FC. Sreenidi Deccan still hustling. And the whistle goes up. Straight down there. An hour has been ticked off from the clock. Match number 28 on match day 10. Mumbai City FC 1. Sreenidi Deccan Football Club 1. We've got two exciting games to follow after this. At 4 p.m. it's Muturefe taking on Dempo. And Classic Football Academy will be up against Mohan Bagan Super Giants. Nalbakliana just toe pokes it. Was always under pressure from Arsh. It's marching forward. It's trying for a direct pass to try and thread it through the back line. Here's Sreenidi Deccan. Keeps it nice and low towards the left. Slots it inside the penalty area. Taken out by Mumbai City. And a deft flick just at the very end from Nikum. The ball rolls through for a throw-in. Started the national group stage with a defeat to Mohan Bagan Super Giants Mumbai City FC. And then it's been losses left, right and centre, losing 4 games on the trot. Yet to register their first win. And the defence has been a big question in this competition. Has conceded as many as 45 goals in the 19 games they've played. A long ball pushed forward and couldn't quite keep it in. And still haven't seen the best of Gyamar Nikum in this game. And scored thrice in the regional qualifiers. Here's Mumbai City FC. Picks out a man towards far on the left. Here's Gyamar Nikum. Gets dispossessed before he could get that cross in. Got himself into a very decent space there. Of course, those two lurking in front of the target are the eventual targets. For all those crosses coming from left and right. A lot of space ahead. And tries to take it on the turn. Goes wayward and wide of the target. Still got 27 minutes left in the normal time. Will we have a team taking all the 3 points up for grab? Here's Krish. And trying to back flick and find a man behind. Was outnumbered in that space. The tempo has slightly gone down a little bit. Especially from Sreenidi Deccan's perspective. Haven't seen enough of chances. But on the flip side, Mumbai City FC are enjoying with Ayush Shikara getting on the ball on quite a few times with the start of the second half. Could have been so easily a goal up once again. Here's Sreenidi marching forward, a bit of a shot pull there. Here they come again, and was flagged offside perhaps. It was more for the foul. Car has come out of the pocket, and there comes the booking. He waited for the ball to be played. Rosangswala, the man standing behind this. Can he try and provide the kind of setup he would be absolutely proud of after the end of the game? Takes his position. Rosangswala goes for goal and has made the goalkeeper work for that. And driving full length to his right. There's going to be a corner for Sreenidi. Targets the near post. They get out of it. Here they come charging once again from the left. Has got options in the center. A cut back. Takes a touch. Strikes and comes up with the second. What a strike that is. The ball curls into the back of the net. And Sreenidi Deccan have got the lead. They've come from behind in this game. A brilliant cut back. Lets it roll through. Takes a touch and finds a target. That was absolutely brilliant from Embo Klang. Wow. That was some stride towards the target. It was right at the right place at the right time, Embo Klang. They want to make sure they get a few paces up now. Sreenidi Deccan get that insurance goal and put this game right behind Mumbai City FC's reach. And gets a back flick. Gets dispossessed. Here's Ayush. An early shift towards wide in the left. And trying to lift it over. Just knocks it towards Arsh. Goes behind and finds Nikhil. Nikhil finds Mohammad Kaif, who looks up. Doesn't find the best possible option. Pushes wide on the right. 2v1. Still have the ball. And trying to work his way out through those open spaces. The goalkeeper was off his line and a good collection in the end. Just when you begin to wonder that the tempo is going down slightly, they have managed to produce something out of it. Here's Harsh. Nikhil goes straight down, draws in a clearance. Here's Sreenidi. Has got options towards right, left and center. Decides to go with the right one. Giving it a chase. Harsh making sure the opposite number has to work for it. Got 20 minutes in the normal time left. The next game is definitely going to decide where this game is heading towards. Hangzhou lets it fly. It was more of a hit and hope from that sort of a range. It's more than capable. Takes the first touch. Gets it into the range and going wide of the target. is Mumbai City FC. Ayush has an option towards the right. He's got a couple more options arriving inside the box. Gets nicked off the ball. Rosingzwala gets the possession back. Here's Sargent. Back with Sargent once again. Doing things right, Mumbai City FC. They've got the main men who have been on the ball on a consistent basis now in the second half. And it's all about getting that precision right. Try and bring it forward. No two ways about it now. Here's a Kyanmar in coming together. Not quite sure if that has been flagged offside by the linesman. Sreenidi with a swift start. And that's going to be a free kick. Crossfield pass towards the left. Again, decent press coming in from Mumbai City FC. Takes on the chest and marches forward. And couldn't quite release the man up the pitch. We'll have to wait and see what Sreenidi does. With 18 minutes to play, will they sit back and try and absorb the pressure Mumbai City will be mounting, or go for goal at the earliest and try and see out the last quarter of the game? Again, launch forward. And just before Mumbai City FC's forwards could get to the end of it, thought about a water break momentarily. From 74 minutes, 75 minutes is the time where you go for a break in the second half. It does well to keep the ball. Here's Krish. Hangzo finds a man towards the left. Under pressure from the center of the park. Here's Sargent. Does well to still keep it. Couldn't quite get that piercing ball through the back line. Here's Mumbai City FC now. Trying to get some momentum. And that has been given as a free kick against Sreenidi. Much to the work of a lot of players right in front of the ref there. Here's Kef. Slots it towards Arsh. Arsh goes lateral again, but a bit further up the pitch. The goalkeeper just knocks it out. And that was a well-weighted pass for the man trying to get in behind or between the back line. Here's Arsh. Nikhil Kef lifts it over towards Kyanmar, who does well to get it away, squares it up and draws in a block. He's been able to get on the ball on a few occasions now. Kyanmar Nikum has scored thrice in the regional qualifiers. Supritam goes behind towards Arsh. Harsh lifts it inside the penalty area. Still keep it. Sent in once again. And fortuitously for Sreenidi. Can they try and break on the counter? Here comes Sreenidi. The lovely threaded ball. And the defense gets it out for a throw-in. Rosangswala steps up once again and pushes it wide. Nothing says the ref. Mumbai City, can they try and break out on the counter? Here's Kyamar. The deft flick has managed to get himself a free kick. Before that, the ref signals towards the touchline, and it's going to be a drinks break. There's been a game played with a lot of high intensity right throughout. Mumbai City scoring the first one in the first quarter of the game. Sreenidi Deccan coming back to neutralize that before the halftime break. And in the second half, Sreenidi Deccan doubling up the lead. They've started on the 25th of November from across 9 regions with 54 teams competing, divided into 9 groups. They're down to the final 12, and out of that, the top 4 will make their way through to the national championship round. 2 of them have already made it through. Jamshedpur FC and FC Goa. Who's it going to be from Group B? There's a big question. We'll have those answers after the third game rather of the day. Into the last 14 minutes of the normal time. Launched ahead and just lets it collect on the bounce there, the goalkeeper. Trying for that press. Ayush. He's been pinned in that corner. Here they come. Trying to get themselves into a space from where they can bring those balls forward. Trying to pick out a pass. Couldn't quite get to the end of it. Here's Mumbai City FC in the center of the park, unchallenged. Not quite sure if going behind was the right sort of option there. Again, going sideways. Here's Arsh. Takes the touch. Kane looks up, doesn't find the option. Just trying to thread it down the line, inviting some press. Marsh gets it, but not great enough. Here's Krish now. Links up. Goes behind and gets dispossessed. Here's Mumbai City FC. Again gets the ball back. Can they try and up the ante? Be swift in their transitions. Gets it. Get into the final third. Robbed off the ball. Here's Sreenidi now. Has got an option. Hurrying forward. Attacking in numbers. And still Sreenidi takes a touch. Lets it roll through. Looks like it has taken a deflection on its way out. And again, from defense to attack. Blink of an eye. It was scrubbed off the neck of the surface rather. Again, pretty patient. Want to be absolutely precise with their build-up. They've cut down on the long balls forward. Try to pick out a pass in the middle and then try to find a man towards left or right. More often than not, in the second half, Yamar has been the driving force from the left channel. They win themselves a corner, and Pervez takes his position right on top of his mark. It's Pervez. Lost that in. And nothing dangerous coming out of it. A long ball launched forward. Mumbai City FC. Gets it back. Here's Rosangzwala. Keeps it. Hurries through the center of the pitch towards Jay Singson. Jay looks up. Has got an option arriving. An overlapping run towards the far right. Gets a bit direct through the center. And a very timely interception there. It's been given as a goal kick. Mumbai City FC gives the ball away. Here comes Sreenidi once again. Gets it inside the penalty area. And very good defensive work there. Holds onto the man. Gets the ball away. Here's Franklin. Sweeps it towards the right. Gets dispossessed. Here's Sreenidi. Wins the ball back in the center of the park. Here's Krish. Rolls it down the line. Easy collection in the end for Mahan Prakash. Into the last 7 minutes of the normal time as Ayush Chikara makes that run towards the left. Is looking for options. A bit confused in the end. Had no clue where to go. Takes a touch, turns, and again gives the ball away. Sreenidi. Keep the ball is a shout from the touch line. Hangzhou. Will they try and see out the last 7 minutes? Or will they try and score that assurance goal and just take this game away? Put this game to bed straight away. Again, 2v1 in that clutter. A clash and a player goes down for Sreenidi. Back on the feet swiftly as the umpire rushes to have a check. And there's a man down in the middle of the park. Looks like it's Sheikh Adil. They've done things right in this game, Mumbai City FC. They haven't allowed Sreenidi to get away with it. Can they try and get some finishing touches right in the last 5 minutes? Adil is being made to leave the field. Should be back in a few moments. Has come off the bench in this fixture. Sheikh Adil. And the flag was up against the man leading the line for Sreenidi Deccan. Zarsh finds Franklin. Kev sweeps it towards the right channel. Here's Zarsh. And Supra. Zarsh again. Under pressure. Gets dispossessed. Again, the man is rightly positioned to win it back for Mumbai City FC. Playing a high line in the last 4 minutes here, Mumbai City FC. Gets dispossessed. Can they try and bring it swiftly on the other side of the pitch? Rosengzwala gets dispossessed. Or rather, was just knocked out for a throw-in. It's Mumbai City FC again regaining possession. Lets it roll through. And again, that first touch letting him down. Ayush for Franklin. Lifted over. Headed towards Krish. Takes a decent touch. And flicks it forward. Here's Hangzo. Looks up and goes sideways. There's a change. A double change for Sreenidi. There's Naveen coming on. And he replaces the skipper, Jay Singson. Lal from Kima was the man who's being introduced in the last 3.5 minutes. Jamson Mutum, beg your pardon, is being introduced. Scored a goal in the zonal group stage. Jamson, the number 18 for Mumbai City FC. Here's Gyamar. Ayush, one-on-one in that corner. Checks it back towards Gyamar. Takes a decent touch. Gets it away from the clutter. Franklin lifts it inside the penalty area. Takes a decent touch. Opens up nicely. Scores up. Oh, what a comeback this is. Mumbai City FC are back in it. Sheikh Adil gets on the score sheet. Brilliantly done. They've been knocking on the door on a consistent basis. He finds himself in the best possible spaces. Sheikh Adil finds the perfect bottom corner towards the right of the keeper. The game is back to parity now. With 2 minutes still to play. Sreenidi Deccan trying to push forward once again. Have got a couple of options waiting inside the box. And hits it. Takes the deflection and goes just wide and behind the line. Looks like it's going to be a corner. Confirmation of that goal. Sheikh Adil was in the right space at the right time. Lewis targets the back post. A strong right hand from the goalkeeper. Taken from outside the box. Still fighting for it into the final few seconds of the regulation time. Lewis once again. A header. Loops it over the crossbar. Couldn't quite give a direction to that. It was almost unchallenged in front of the target there. Takes it on the chest and again pushing forward. Sreenidi once again. Here's Lewis. Lifts it over inside and towards the back post. Has that gone in? Oh, that's just across the face of the goal. It's a barrage of attacks coming in from Sreenidi Deccan in the final few seconds. 4 minutes have been added on as stoppages. Takes the touch, turns. Here's Hangzhou. Still pushing bodies forward now. Sreenidi. Mumbai City FC have got it out of that clutter. Here's Ayush, still controlling. Does well to win the ball back. Here's Ayush Chikara. Plays it down the line. Here's Gyamar. Looking for options. Squares. Ayush takes a touch. Perhaps a touch too many. Allowed that sniff for Sreenidi to get the clearance right. Just in the nick of time before he could unleash himself. Dwarla, who came in place of Mboklang. A change for Sreenidi Deccan moments ago. And of course, Chamson coming in place of the skipper, Che Singson. Here they come again, doubling up on the numbers just outside the box. Mumbai City FC with just 2 minutes to go in the stoppage time. Ayush was dropped deep. And the flag was raised against Ayush Chikara. It's already been a very good display from Mumbai City FC. Yet to register a point in the national group stage on the very final day. Can they try and salvage a point out of this fixture? They've done well up until this point, leading the game at 1 point. Rosangzwala with the throw-in, still waiting for the ref signal. Gets it inside the penalty area, takes a decent first touch. Here's Sreenidi once again inside the box. That's rolled out for a corner. And trying to get the height advantage there in the final few seconds of the game. Now Shikara makes his run inside the box. Lifts it over, a header. Still got the ball, Sreenidi. It was Mumbai City FC's ball, rather. Can they just try and keep it into one corner of the pitch? And there comes the full-time whistle. Mumbai City FC finally salvaged a point in the national group stage. Started the first half with a goal to their credit. That was cancelled out towards the back end of the first half. The game started with things in balance in the second half. Sreenidi Deccan getting a lead, and that was cancelled out towards the later stages in the second half by Sheikh Adil's strike. So that's the full-time scoreline here. Mumbai City FC to Sreenidi Deccan Football Club 2. And this is how the game panned out. In case if you have missed out on the action, this is how the game panned out for the entirety of the 90 minutes. Last day of the action in the national group stage at the RFDL. Jaipur, Jamshedpur FC and FC Goa have made it through from Group A. Group B has kept things interesting right until the final day. And this was the bottom of the table clash between Mumbai City FC and Sreenidi Deccan. Mumbai City were yet to register a point. Very good defensively. Shikara had a couple of decent options, decent chances in the first half as well. Takes it at the edge of the box and lets it through. Sreenidi Deccan had chances of their own. Pick out the right option, right pass in the final third. Rosangswala fancied his chance as well from way outside the box. Couldn't quite get the connection right. And this was the perfect finish. A grounder into the back of the net. Ayush, a decent strike. And this time trying to make the goalkeeper work. Went straight towards the target. Rosangswala with the perfect strike, making the goalkeeper dive full length to his right and get something behind that one. They up the ante, but in patches, Sreenidi Deccan. This was turned into the back of the net. It was brilliantly struck. Membo Klang managing to get one more added to his tally of goals. Hangs up. Lets it fly from way out as well. And then this one perfectly fell for number 10. Sheikh Adil doesn't make a mistake, takes a touch, and as cool as you like. And that was lifted well over. And right towards the dying embers of the game, Ayush Chikara again getting an opportunity. And there you have the full-time stats, almost even in terms of ball possession. 9 chances created by Mumbai City FC with 6 landing on target, resulting in 2 goals. 11 chances on the other side of the pitch with 7 shots on target with 2 goals for Sreenidi Deccan. 8 tackles to 10, 2 corners to Mumbai City FC, 4 to Sreenidi Deccan, and 2 offside flags for the team from Mumbai, and Sreenidi Deccan were guilty of being flagged offside once. So that's the full-time scoreline here at the Reliance Corporate Park in Navi Mumbai. Mumbai City FC 2, Sreenidi Deccan Football Club 2. So that's been my time here in the commentary box. This is Junaid Ahmed signing off.